In this video, I'm going to start talking about solving and graphing inequalities, and I'm going to show you some examples to start. And so up here it says the something here of a linear inequality in one variable is the set of points on a number line that represent all solutions, and that is going to be the word the solution. The solution of an inequality will be, in our case for inequalities, a set of points rather than just one answer. So in these inequalities versus what you had for an equation, you're going to have more than one correct answer. And so let's talk about the 4 types of symbols that you can use. So for an inequality symbol for less than, we're going to use this symbol here. And for an inequality that says greater than, our symbol would look like this. For less than or equal to, it's very similar to that first symbol, but this one is going to have a line underneath, which means your point is included in the answer versus this one is not. And then greater than or equal to, again, this is going to be your greater than symbol with a line underneath. So I'm going to graph the solution for less than 2. So I'm going to put 0 on my number line, 1 and 2, just kind of for reference. And less than 2, we would circle the number 2 and shade to the left. And notice how this kind of points to the left. So we're going to shade to the left. Greater than -2. Here I'm going to put a couple numbers for reference because I want -2 for this one. So I'm going to circle -2. And if I want greater than, I'm going to shade to the right. Notice how this points to the right, and so that's why we want to go greater than. For less than or equal to, there's a slight difference here. For less than or equal to, when I circle the -1, this time I'm going to shade in that circle and then go to the left for less than. And then for greater than or equal to, I'm going to circle greater than or equal to -3. I'm going to circle -3, shade in that circle, and then shade to the right because to the right numbers are bigger than -3. So if your variable is on the left side, our variable normally is the letter x. If your variable is on the left side, this will always be true that your symbol will point in the direction that you want to shade. If your symbol is not on the left side, then it's opposite. And so what I like to do is teach all of my students to transform your inequality so that the equation always has, or inequality, excuse me, has an x on the left side. And then it's easier, in my opinion, to graph. So I have x and the number 3. Now notice how it is pointing at the x and opening to the 3. We want to point it at the x and open it to the 3. And now I know that I would shade to the left side because the arrow is pointing to the left. And now if I reverse these, open towards the x, pointing at the 4, open towards the x, pointing at the 4, and we want that equal to sign. So this one we would actually shade to the right. And then likewise, we're going to do for each of these examples that are left, opening towards the x, pointing at your 2.9, so flip that sign. Flip your sign here. So you would have x is less than or equal to 0, so notice how it still opens towards the 0 and points at the x. And then for the last one, flip that sign around. We want our symbol opening towards the x. 15.3, so x is greater than -15.3.